Welcome to Bear Download. I'm Rich Campbell with Dan Wiederer at Hallis Hall, day 2 of free agency. And Dan obviously heard this afternoon from Ryan Pace and John Fox, and we're able to ask them about their decision to trade Brandon Marshall. They acquired a 5th-round pick from the Jets, had to even give back a 7th-round pick. Not a lot of compensation. It was obviously a decision to unload Brandon, sort of an addition by subtraction mentality, given his production. And even though Ryan Pace wouldn't necessarily go down that road today, he talked about what a great football player is. Clearly, an offense that is as inconsistent as the Bears were last year. You're not getting rid of productive football players if there aren't other issues.
No question. And we tried hard to press for specifics on what the factors were that weighed most heavily into this decision. And Ryan Pace steered around it as best he could and basically said that the Bears are better off and Brandon Marshall's better off going forward. And that tells you all you need to know about this separation and the vision that came from the front office in terms of what they're looking to build this football team around. And obviously with the homework that they did and the number of people that they talked to and their discussions with Brandon Marshall himself, they came to the conclusion that, hey, this locker room needs to be in a better place, and we need to get it in a better place by addressing some of the issues that created last year's dysfunction.
Right, and as the Bears go forward here, you just look at the roster. They've obviously created a need at wide receiver, and Ryan Pace said, we are looking for wide receivers in the draft and free agency. Not a surprise, totally understandable. We know that they've had Eddie Royal in for a visit. He had a career year in 2008 with Jay Cutler in Denver. And one of the things about Cutler is, you know how much he likes the big targets, the guys that can go up and get contested throws because he loves throwing with trust in them. Doesn't always connect with the smaller receiver. Eddie Royal in Jay's career has been an exception to this. And so we kind of wait here as we look to see how they're going to piece this roster together.
Well, and Eddie Royal slots in similarly to how Earl Bennett was for Jay Cutler through stretches of his career, where you have that guy in the slot that can do different things to put strain on a defense. And you look at it and you just understand that there's familiarity here for Eddie Royal if this indeed does work out. Not only Jay Cutler playing together in 2008, Adam Gase was his receivers coach in Denver for 2 seasons. He played 1 season under John Fox in Denver as well. So there's some familiarity there on all sides where they're going to know his skill set and know how to slot him into the proper role, I think, going forward. So people understand that the Bears aren't going to be done with an Alshon Jeffrey-Eddie Royal combination. They would look at free agency, and they're definitely going to look at a very, very strong draft class to find one of those elite playmakers that are out there. And whether that means going in round 1 or at the top of round 2, it suddenly opens up this intriguing realm of possibilities in a class that has a lot of playmakers that are fun to watch on the YouTube.
Yeah, right. No coincidence that the Bears were able to feel comfortable creating this need because of the options they have out there. All right, stay tuned to ChicagoTribune.com for your free agency coverage. For Dan Wiederer, I'm Rich Campbell, and that'll do it for this edition of Bear Download.